What's up, guys? Coach Anthony here, and I want to talk about the other side of the game that doesn't get all the praise, the defensive side. The defensive side is what is going to win your team the championships. I want to show you a couple key things that are going to help you improve defensively and also be able to manage games so you can come out on top. Let's get into it. Here is a Philadelphia Union. They're in blue and versus Solar, which is in white. This is probably the U16 level. This is U16 level. Pretty high level for youth soccer in the States. Okay, so let's watch the defensive organization here. Watching the team in the dark blue. They're in a 4-diamond-2, 4-4-2 or 4-4-2 diamond. Solar goes long. We win the first ball. We lose the second. Ooh, I love that. I love defensive intensity. I love when you defend like that, especially if you're a smaller player. It's a foul. It's a foul. Okay. Let's go ahead a little bit. Okay, now we're watching. They're in a low block defending. See how they defend it this moment. This is so important. Look how they step together. Okay. Ball over top. How do we defend it? Okay, so let's start it here. We're starting from their goalkeeper. This is so exciting. Okay, let's get into it. Goalkeeper here. Now, what is Philadelphia team in dark blue trying to do? They're trying to invite them onto them. Like, hey, bring the ball out. They would rather them not kick the ball long. They would rather let them play in front of them so they can press. The Union Academy has a specific identity. They play a certain way. They think a certain way. The mentality is a certain way. And so they're like, hey, come on, come on. And they're probably pressing about 20, 30 yards away from Solar's goal. But because they go long here, now it forces us into this moment. Now we ask the question. Look at the center back, the opposite center back, good back pressure cover balance. We go to win this header. We have our 6 in here to win up the second ball. Okay. We don't win it. We got outnumbered here in this moment. 1-2 against 1. Okay. So it's not, there probably could have been a little bit more defensive responsibility right here. Okay. Because he picks up the second ball. Now we're into this moment. Now we're in recovery mode. Now, this is where if you're watching a team, high level teams, you can start to figure out why they're high level because of the defensive organization intensity, the communication, the specificity, there we go, of their communication, and then how quickly they can do it and consistently they can do it. So here's one of their center mids because they're playing with 4, diamond, there's a diamond, 2. So this is probably the right-sided center mid coming back to help their fullback because they don't play with wingers. I love that intensity, man. Gotta have that toughness if you're gonna make it to any kind of level, and you're not maybe the tallest player. You have to be super intense on the defensive side without fouling, of course. Especially in this position, you don't want to give a foul that close to goal. The effort and thought was good. Okay, now here we are. They took the free kick. Now we're into this moment. I want to show you this. Okay, this is what a lot of people. I don't say a lot of people, but a lot of times I see in the youth game that we don't do enough. We don't teach the defensive organization piece. We teach man marking, yes, but we also need to teach, hey, how do we even defend just a zone? How do we, what I personally believe is, I'm not so much a man marker person. I'm more like, we defend the ball. We defend the space. We close the space because the ball has to go through the space in order to get to the person. So we can close the space before the ball gets to the person. We eliminate all the problems. And the thing about man marking is if one person makes a mistake, then there's a bunch of recovery actions that have to happen. And so I think more zonal, more ball oriented Okay, so here we are. Watch the team in dark blue. So look, boom. Now what? This is where you can tell a well-coached team. When the ball goes forward, how quickly do you see what happens? Boom. Line is getting up, figuring out organization. They're shifting the ball side to side. Even our strikers are working. When your strikers work as it does something. When your strikers work defensively, it does something for your team. Comment down below if you play in the midfield and you see your strikers working hard. Tell it what that does to your soul. It gives you like the motivation. Like, okay, my strikers are fighting and closing down the center backs. I'm gonna work extra hard. So you can see their shape. There's two right here. One, two strikers. They play with that diamond, so it's like their 10 is right here. He's closing down their 6. They want to stay a little bit more narrow, so you can see that this is their right-sided center mid. This is their number 6. This is their left-sided center mid. Okay, and here's their 10, okay? So they're thinking, basically their shape right now is a 2, 1, 3, 4, or you can say 4, 3, 1, 2, or 4, 3, 3, however you want to describe it. Okay, so the ball goes out wide. He doesn't go too early. Most guys will be right here. That's not what we want. Most guys will be about right there. But this is a discipline when you can see a well-organized team. The discipline of first we close the middle, second we close the wings. First we close the middle, then second we close the wings. So he stays inside here. As the ball's traveling, only thing I don't like about what he did right here, let's go back 1/2 second, see if you can recognize it. If you know our principles, SARD, sprinting, but sprinting at an angle. You can see him start to do it. Okay, here he is. His run is a little bit too straight. So it allows the ball to be played there. It was okay, but if we're just talking just minor details, minor details at the highest level is what makes you unsuccessful or not successful. Just watch his run. It straightens out. Instead of him coming more in here, he could have blocked. His goal was to block this ball into this red zone. The red zone, if you know the red zone, when I say that is the space in between your back line and your midfield line, the red zone. Okay, so his space, his run could have come a little bit more angled, and we could have forced it to here, and we'd have made this pass right here even more predictable because if his runs go straight, and honestly, the guy could literally play it through his legs. He could try this 1-2, or he could even kind of spun the ball around and played into our 9. It's okay. You sucker. The ball gets out of that side. Okay, love that from a striker, showing pressure. Now, look how high their line is. Look how high their line is. Everything is pretty much right. What is wrong with their back line right now? They have a back line of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is his winger. This is where the little bitty disciplines. Because what happens is the ball gets hit long. Okay. And we were organizing, we were ready for it. But if you're in that last little second, gives that maybe that running behind. And our lines maybe is not as sharp as we need to be. But what I love here, again, you can tell good teams and what they're organized. Look at the numbers in the box. Solar has 1, 2 in the box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have a leader here already organizing. We have our goalkeeper organizing. We have our center backs organizing, our fullback organizing. And we're keeping them out wide. Okay. Successful at any kind of level. You use high youth level soccer, whatever. You have to be organized defensively. You can have all the patterns, you can build out, you can do all this stuff and look so good. But if you can't stop the opponent, if you can't control the other side of the game, you will get exposed. So guys, the defensive side is just as important as the offensive side. Coaches, as we teach our players, knowing the specificities of what we want so that it's able to be implemented in a game situation is vital. So comment down below what you thought. I'd love to hear from you, what you're thinking, what you do defensively, and how you set up your teams to be able to stop the opponent. All right. Looking forward to talking with you. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you. Talk to you later.